beautiful people. It's me, Jazzy Mac, and today's work from home opportunity is going to be for Carnival. Listen, if you haven't heard of Carnival, you are missing out. They do some of the best cruises. And because I love you, not only am I going to show you a bunch of full-time and part-time roles, but I'm also going to be showing you some roles that are going to be overnight, that are going to be for beginners. If you don't have experience, I definitely have roles available for you. And I've also got some six-figure roles as well. So let's go ahead and hop into all of the excitement. But first, let me just do some quick shout outs because people have been getting jobs left and right. And I'm proud of these people. So Miss Natasha said, girl, firstly, sending out much love. Now I have to say, I honestly did not think this was the truth. My skeptic nature actually thought these testimonials weren't as genuine as it seemed. Being out of work for a month, I took a leap, ordered your subscription. Let me tell you, ever since I've been using your templates, I've been getting massive callbacks. Long story short, I was presented with an offer this past Friday for a remote nursing position. My start date is July 17th. Praises to God and thank you for getting me in the door. Natasha, I am so excited for you. Like, I'm excited that I understand there's a lot of, stuff happening out in the internet world where people are afraid of scams and stuff. But the fact that you took a leap of faith, it means a lot to me. So thank you for taking a leap of faith and ultimately landing a remote nursing job. That's amazing. Congratulations. And then Miss Joy said, hey, I'm new here. My sister sent me here because you got her a job with eBay. I've already learned so much. Can't wait to know more. Thank you so much for your help to everyone. So Joy, tell your sister I said congratulations. I am proud of her. A lot of you didn't know about the eBay video that I did ages ago for their work from home program, but I can do that video again soon. We'll talk about that later, but tell your sister I said congratulations. I'm glad she got the work from home job with eBay. And then Miss Tanya said, OMG, right after I applied for the United Health Group position, I received an email from them wanting to schedule an interview. I used your resume and cover letter, and baby, it got your girl's foot in the door. They actually helped me get 3 interviews next week. Tanya, yes. I'm proud of you. Like I've said 1,000 times before, it's totally fine if you need to use these resume templates to get the jobs that I promote on this channel, but you should also be using them outside of this channel. And that's what Tanya did. So congratulations to you. We're really excited for you. And then Miss Portia said, hi, Jazzy. I applied for the Scaled Abuse Analyst position with Google on their YouTube team and received an email from the recruiter within 48 hours. The email asked some pre-qual questions, and then I received another email with instructions to schedule the SQL assessment, but had to reschedule due to some family stuff. So listen, Portia, I want to tell you how proud I am of you for getting a call back from Google. Number one, it's extremely hard to get the attention of a Google recruiter. And let me just tell you this, once you get into Google's system, once the recruiter makes contact with you, they literally, some of them will reach out to you once a month and say, hey, we know you didn't qualify for one job, so we wanted to present you with another job and these are jobs you haven't even applied for. They will literally start looking for jobs for you. When my husband got an offer from Google, he ultimately turned it down, and the recruiter literally called him for the next 6 months with a new type of job every month saying, hey, we think you'll like this one. Why don't you try out for this one? We can pay you this much. We can match your pay. It was so awesome to be in their system. So congratulations to you, Portia, for getting the attention of Google. And then Miss Absolutely Not said, I applied to Sedgwick and got an official offer today. I start July 18th. Thank you. Well, girl, thank you for sharing that absolutely fabulous news with us. We're so freaking excited for you. So congratulations. So let's get back into it. Because speaking of Sedgwick, now we've got some opportunities with Carnival, but I did want to pop out here and just show you some of the other available opportunities. So we still have Sedgwick, who when we first did this video, we talked about how they had part-time positions available, right? Part-time, weekend, entry level, and they train you. No prior experience is required. So a bunch of people are like, Jazzy, I need something with no experience. Well, here you go. Okay. For Sedgwick, I think they pay somewhere around the minimum is $16 per hour up to like $23 per hour based on your experience. Again, it's entry level. That is a great amount of money for entry level. Yes, they offer benefits. Yes, they provide the laptop for you. And yes, they're going to train you for several weeks. So they've got that position available. And then they also have a evening shift or second shift. So if you're a person that wants to work a job after your kids get out of school, you can do that. Or if you wanted to work the overnight shift, they've got that position available as well. So make sure you apply for these positions. They do close rather quickly. The resume templates are already done for you. If you need to get them, simply go underneath the title of this video, click on where it says more, and then you will see the link for the resume subscription. So now, just wanted to remind you of that. Another job that I think a few of you have been kind of sleeping on is going to be the American Express job. I've talked about this job in a previous video. This is the specialized travel counselor. And before you ask, no, you don't necessarily need to have travel experience because they are still going to send you through their training, as many of these jobs do. It's great if you have the travel experience or if you know like Sabre or like GDS. It's great, but it's not a deal breaker if you don't. So their hours of operation are going to be 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. You're going to be helping travelers with things like, their hotel and their car reservations. Maybe they want to know something regarding a flight that they're getting ready to catch. Things of that nature. You may be doing some communication through phone, or it could be by email, or it could be by the back office system. So that's how you're going to ultimately support customers. This is just a really great stepping stone job. Okay. It pays up to $35 per hour. Again, this is going to depend on your experience and, some of the skill sets that you have. Again, American Express is going to train you. So I do have the resumes available for this as well. You may want to hop on that before somebody else does and before somebody else gets the job. Okay. So let's hop back into what you all came here for. Okay. Carnival Cruises. Alrighty. Carnival is like the fun cruise line. Like a bunch of you have probably seen like Shaquille O'Neal. Like he does those Carnival commercials. He's like the chief fun officer. And at one point in time, like I got on a cruise ship with Shaquille O'Neal. I've got a picture of that somewhere I can show one day. But yeah, it's a really cool, Carnival. There's just a great cruise line. So what they've got job wise, they've got several different positions based on where you are in the work spectrum, right? So here we've got a workforce planning analyst. And the next position that we have is a guest services coordinator. And I wanted to talk about these two positions before we kick things off and tell you what they really are. So the guest services coordinator is going to be someone that serves as a casino host, kind of like the communicator of the people that kind of like to frequent the casinos on board. So they basically help the new guests out and they give communications to new guests. It could be things like telling them about the casino events that are happening, or if they are going to be offering some sort of free play, free cash that they're giving to each of the guests while they go to the casinos. They're responsible for communicating those things to the guests. Now, obviously, this is a fully remote role. I mean, if you wanted to go into an office, you'd be doing it in Miami. If not, you'd be doing it from the comfort of your home. So you don't have to live in Miami in order to do this job from home. So you might be answering questions around like the guest bookings, if somebody's booking something or reserving, some room at the casino, things of that nature. That is ultimately going to be your job to help those people to kind of like provide the support for those guests that may have questions around that sort of thing. Okay, so this job is going to be $20 to $24 per hour. That also comes with things like a vesting equity plan. So again, it's like free money. I talk to you all about that a lot. So if you've got any sort of travel experience, apply for this. Even if you don't, apply anyway, and let's see what happens. Again, this is a remote position. It's for a guest services coordinator. So now that we've broken that one down, I want to talk to all the people that have worked in a call center before, because if you've worked in a call center, you understand different things like the KPIs, which are key performance indicators. A lot of you understand things like AHT, which is average handle time. You know what these acronyms mean already. So if you've already got experience in a call center, I want you to apply for this job. You're probably thinking, what the heck is a workforce planning analyst? Well, essentially, they are the people that will decide how many call center agents are needed during each shift. They may say, okay, we need 200 agents working this shift because it's summertime. We're going to, start getting busy. So we'll need 200. But during the fall, we're only going to need 100. So they're going to look at those KPIs and determine where they need more support and determine if there are any sort of needs for outsourcing contact center support, like getting extra help from partners. Other things that they may do is they may provide training for new hires. So the new people that come into the contact center to work, this is what the analysts would be training that group of people. They could also be monitoring that group of people's PTO or their holiday allowance, and ultimately keeping track of their attendance. Anytime you think about workforce, you're really looking at how many people do you need, and you're kind of like making sure that people's attendance is matching up with what they're entering into the system. You don't want someone claiming to have worked 40 hours this week when really they were on an FMLA leave, or really they were not actually working. So that's essentially what they're going to do. So if you've got that contact center experience, great. If you've got workforce planning experience, that's also great. Avaya is going to be something that all of you have used at some point in time if you've ever worked a help desk or a customer service desk. And so you're going to essentially be familiar with these types of terms, which all of us have seen in call centers at some point in time. This is going to pay up to $48,000 per year. It's like $25 an hour. Comes with all your benefits and your 401k and stock in the company, which is super duper awesome. You get also vacation time, like you get holidays, 7 holidays plus 19 days of vacation time and 2 weeks of sick time as well. And if you are part-time, then you would obviously get some of those benefits too, which is great because part-time jobs mostly don't have benefits. So that's going to be for the workforce planning analyst role. Here's the job ID. I know I'm going to get that question. The next job that I wanted to show you all, we've already talked about the guest services coordinator. Here's another one for those people out there that have any type of email experience or marketing experience. The email booked guest specialist job is a job that's going to oversee the pre-cruise digital guest communication programs. Okay. So it says here, you're going to coordinate with different people and different departments, as well as some of the guests, to implement the booked guest email and notification program. So this is making sure everybody gets the right emails and making sure that the images display correctly in the emails and making sure that emails are being opened and that they're not just landing in people's spam. So if you've got any type of technical support, email support experience. If you've ever, even if you've done like any type of graphic design, a lot of that goes into these types of email campaigns. If you've got any type of marketing experience where you've worked with email metrics, such as like understanding things like open rates, bounce rates, click-through rates, traffic revenue, all of that stuff is going to be very relevant experience that you could definitely use to get this job. So it's going to go up to about 75,000 per year, which is really great, especially for an analyst role. This is a great like entry level like marketing role for those of you that kind of want to pursue marketing, or you want to pursue like client sort of account management, things of that nature. Like this is a great way to get your foot in the door. Now, the last position that I want to show you is actually going to be a 6-figure position. I know a lot of you have a lot of experience, especially when it comes to working across operations or maybe across like dashboarding. So here's a position. It is the HR reporting delivery analyst. Fancy pants word for basically saying you're going to build a lot of dashboards. So if you've ever used Splunk, you've used Tableau, you've used Excel, you've done pivot tables. If you've got any of that sort of reporting and dashboarding experience, you've worked with data analytics, this is going to be the job for you. And of course, if you've worked in HR, that's great. But if you haven't worked in HR, what's going to matter here the most is that you've got some experience in like Excel, Power BI, SQL, and those sorts of tools. So this job in itself, in addition to like building dashboards and stuff, you're going to, communicate basically where it says here, reporting governance. So you may work with other people within HR, or you may do analytics for the brand relating to the inventory reports, things of that nature. So people that have like worked in data analytics, you kind of already know what this job is about. So this particular job is going to pay a minimum of $90,000 to $110,000, and it's like $55 per hour. This isn't even like a managerial role. It does not come with direct reports. There are no like where you're having to monitor what other people are doing. So this is a great salary for this to be like an individual contributor role, right? So again, full benefits, all the stuff that we talked about in the previous video, or I'm sorry, in the previous tab. So this job is probably going to go really quickly. Yes, I've done the resumes for this as well. So apply for this. Let me know how it goes. And good luck to all of you that are applying, that are going into your interviews this week. I'm very, very excited for you guys and so freaking proud of you guys. Like, you just don't even know. Like, my little heart just smiles just thinking about how proud you all make me, how sometimes I know you're discouraged. I know sometimes it can be frustrating, but listen, your season is coming. Everybody has a different season. And sometimes the universe is just testing us to see how patient we'll be and how grateful we'll be in the process. So nothing good ever happens when you're like mad and bitter and just like coming off super entitled. Because if you have breath in your body, then you're blessed. Maybe you don't have the job that you want right now, but the fact that you're breathing when a lot of other people aren't says that you are so blessed. So let's always act out of gratitude. Let's cheer for others, and let me know how I can continue to support your career journey. Until the next time, folks, I will see you in the next video. Bye.